Hey everybody, I'm gonna be doing a install here of a 5 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater that I picked up off Amazon for about $200. Starting to get cold here in Michigan, so it's time to get this sucker installed as soon as possible. The first step I did is I removed, there's a rubber gasket that comes on it. So once I figured out my location where I'm going to install it, most people install it right under the passenger seat, but I can't do that. I've got a 2003 Sprinter, and it came stock with a with an auxiliary battery underneath the seat, so all my electrical and everything's under there, and my spare auxiliary battery as well. So I decided to put it, here's the step from the side door. I've got my floor kind of protruding out, and I'm going to put it under here. So what I did is I went ahead and traced some holes up with a marker. Was where I'm gonna put it. And then I had to go to the hardware store and buy a it's a 1-inch hole saw, and that's perfect. Gives it just enough clearance for that to get through. And then for these, for all the bolts and including the diesel feed, I went with a let's see here, just a, I can't tell the size, not quite a 3/8, maybe a 5/16 drill bit for all the little holes. As you can see, I accidentally had it upside down and cut 2 additional holes here that I didn't need. So I'll be siliconing that up. So once I let that paint dry, after I drilled it all out, I hit it with a wire brush both sides, and then I painted it with some Rust-Oleum. And I'm gonna give that some time to dry, and then we'll continue the video. Okay, I got it all kind of buttoned down, bolted in and whatnot. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have this little itty bitty extension here, and it's just gonna kind of come out the bottom of the doorstep here. I gotta keep aim pointing upwards. So the next step now is to go ahead and hook up the fuel lines. I'm gonna be teeing it off here to the inlet diesel fuel to the mechanical fuel pump, and then it's gonna go through. The fuel will travel through here. It'll go through a filter, and then we'll run it to the electric pump that came with it. And once I get that all buttoned up, we'll continue. When I went to Home Depot, I got these parts to make that T. These two are one and the same, just that one didn't have the original package. There's your 3/8 by 1/4-inch adapter. I'm gonna use a 1/4-inch T. And then you're also going to use 1 3/16. So 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. And then I also used some sealant tape here around the threads to help make it a little more secure. Alright, what I got here is a hose line clamp set from O'Reilly's, about $16. You can safely clamp hoses without doing damage to the hose as you would with, say, a pair of vice grips. It came in a 3-pack, and something about the 2002-2003 Sprinter that's quite different from your 2004 and up is it has a, on the front of the engine here is a mechanical fuel pump. The 2004s and up actually have an electrical fuel pump in the fuel tank itself. So what I'm trying to do here is I've got 2 clamps on the inlet. See if I can get a good angle here of the fuel pump from the fuel tank, and it's going into the fuel pump here. And I'm going to put a clamp there, and I'm going to put another clamp about maybe 6 inches behind it, so I can make a cut, and none of the fuel will leak out, resulting in loss of prime, which is a problem for these 2003s and older. The 2004s have the electric pump, and they don't have this problem. So I'm trying not to lose my prime here by doing this. I'm gonna cut in at that point right there and make my T. And it's hard to see here, but there is my T coming off the fuel filter here. It was a success. And I finally got it installed. I originally had it to where the heat was coming out this way, but it made the unit upside down, and it was actually leaking a little bit of diesel fuel into the housing, making it smell really bad while it was running. So I had to rerun it where the intake was over on this side and the heat output is over here. And then you can see here. Oh my God. Oh, there's the hose that it came with, and it's almost kinked, but it's still allowing a lot of airflow through. And then I had to drill a hole through the floor. And then I'm just gonna build a cabinet over this section here. But yeah, came out good for $200. Can't beat the price for a diesel heater, and it blows out pretty hot air. So thanks for watching. Leave any comments below. Hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe.